Hi, third grade. Today we're going to do Unit 10, Week 1, Day 2. Now, Unit 10 is a 3-week long unit, so we have lots to learn about vowel teams. Repeat after me. A, U, August, ah. A, W, saw, ah. O, I, coin, oi. O, Y, boy, oi. O, school, oo. O, book, E-W, chew, oo. U-E, blue, oo. U-E, rescue, you. O-U, trout, ow. O-U, soup, oo. O-W, snow, o. O-W, plow, ow. O-E, toe, o. Nice job. Now let's go ahead and listen to our new concept for today.
Hi, boys and girls. Miss Ann here again, and we're still in Unit 10. This is Day 2 of Week 1, and we're going to go over a couple new concepts again today. You're going to need your magnetic letterboard and also your student notebook, the one with the castle on the front. So if you could take a minute to go get those, you can pause the computer and come right back. Okay, today we're going to think first about spelling a little bit. So we talked about some of our double vowels when we talked about that on Day 1. And I want you to think about what double vowels do you know that say A? What double vowels say A? If you said AI and AY, you are correct. AI and AY are double vowels that say A. What other sounds, what sound combinations do we know that can say A? Well, we know that A consonant E can say A, right? Like in a, and you can build these on your magnetic board as well. A consonant E. We know A by itself can say A, like in an open syllable. So we know A consonant E, A by itself, and those are our sound combinations that we know that can make the sound A. All right, now let's think about, with our double vowels and with those sounds, we're going to learn a couple new sounds that say A. Are you ready for that? Okay. There are 3 new sounds we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to first show you on the poster up here. Here's our poster with our vowel teams. And I'm going to slightly turn this so you can see a little bit better. And I have some things covered up with sticky notes here. We know AI, bait A, AY, play A. Now we're going to look at EIGH, 8A. And we're going to look at another one, EI, vein A. And EA, steak A. So I'm going to show you those on big cards in case you can't see them that well from there. But here we have EIGH, 8 is the keyword, and the sound that these 4 letters make is A. Isn't that something? So even though this has 2 vowels, which what we look for in our double vowels, and 2 consonants, we're still going to consider this in our vowel teams, okay? So EIGH, 8A. Can you repeat after me? Great. Here we have EA, steak A. Now remember, I know that you learned EA before, that EA can say E. That's the most common way that we hear the sound for EA. Most of the time it does say E, but sometimes EA can say A, like in steak. So repeat, EA, steak A. Good job. EI, vein A. The veins in your body. EI, vein A. So it makes the sound A, vein. Hear it? Vain. But we spell it with an EI. Great. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm going to make a couple words that have some of those combinations in them. Let me move this out of the way. And let's try a few. All right, here's our EIGH. Oops, let me move it over a little bit better here so you can see it. All right, so we could tap this A, sleigh, sleigh, like what you go in the snow, you ride on a sleigh. All right, so to mark that, I'm going to write the word again, sleigh. I would scoop it. I would put the D because I see our double vowel, but this time we include EIGH. That whole thing we would circle. We think EIGH, 8A, like the number 8 was our keyword, remember? And the sound makes is A. So we have sleigh. All right, let's try another one. Let's try something with our EA that says A. All right, let's tap it. Wear. What are you going to wear? That's the way you spell the word wear. All right, again, we can mark it with a D, and we can circle that EA, EA, double vowel there. Wear. Now, here's something a little tricky. I put a T here. It could say tear, if we said the A sound. But this word could also be tear with an E sound. Tear depends on the context of the sentence or what you're talking about. They're both spelled the same, tear and tear. Remember I said a lot of times it does make the E sound, but sometimes it can make the A sound. So tear and tear would be how you would pronounce this word in two different ways. And that's our EA there. All right, let's try. All right, W. All right, ready to tap? Eight. Weight. This is the kind of weight, like how heavy something is. You know, when you go to the doctor, they check your weight. They see how heavy you are, what you weigh now. All right, so weight is our D syllable, and here is our EIGH right in there that says A. All right. And let's see if I can put this in front, a blend, and we have freight. Like when you're shipping, they're shipping a lot of freight in trucks or trains, or you could have a freight train. This is our word freight. All right, and there's our EIGHT. That's our double vowel in there. EIGH, excuse me, and there has our T on the end there. FREIGHT, big word, right? All right, let's try something with our EI. Here we have V, EIN. And this was our keyword as well. Vein, vein. So remember the veins in your body? Vein. V-E-I-N, V-A-N, vein. And there's our double vowel right there. All right. So these new sounds that we did today could be added to your student notebook. In the sound section on page 16, you'll see EIGH, keyword 8, and the sound A. EI, vein, A. EA, steak, A. And just that one, we'll get that other sound soon, but just the steak part we would fill in today. So you could fill that into your notebook, and we'll practice more with those coming up in the coming days. All right, thank you, boys and girls.
All right, we're actually going to have a word of the day today. It's a single syllable word. It's pretty short, and you've seen it on our video that we just watched. I'll give you a hint. It is a part of your body. You have a lot of these going through your body to help transport blood and oxygen to your organs. Do you know it? Vein, right. And for this one, we need to grab the EI vein A vowel pair. And there we go. To mark it up, we're going to simply scoop it. Since it's one syllable, it gets one scoop. What kind of syllable is it again? D syllable for that double vowel. And don't forget to circle our new vowel team that we learned about today. All right, so go ahead and add that word to your student notebooks in the vocabulary section on page 81. What page? 81, right. It's going to go right after your other word that started with a V, volume, okay? And then let's go ahead and add our sentence for the day with it as well on page 81. My sentence is, there are many veins in my body. Okay, so pause the video and you may go ahead, start with a capital letter and with punctuation and then scoop it up. You might have scooped it differently than I did, but I wrote, there are many veins, I made it plural, in my body. All right, good job with that. Before we get introduced to our new homophone pair for today, let's go ahead and review some of the ones that we learned back in Unit 9. This one, spell it with me, go. H-E-A-R-D, heard. And what's that signal? Yes, you heard a sound. Try this one. Spell it. H-E-R-D, heard. What's that signal? Right, heard of animals. This word, spell it. B-E-R-R-Y, berry. What's that one? Pick the fruit off the tree, eat it. Good. Try this one. Spell it. B-U-R-Y, berry. And what's that one? You dig a hole, cover it up. Right. This word, spell it. W-A-R-N, warn. When you warn someone, you alert them before it happens, right? This one, spell it. W-O-R-N, worn. What's that one? Right, when you've worn clothes, your hat, your jacket. All right, and look at our new one for today. Let's spell it together. Go. S-A-I-L. What's the word? Sail. Now, this kind of sail is a fabric that uses the wind to move a boat forward. So let's take a second. Go into your sound-alike section on page 104. 104. Find S-A-I-L, sail, and go ahead and copy this definition. Fabric that uses the wind to move a boat forward. Pause the video if you need more time. Okay, now that sail, let's go like this. Blow wind out, and it moves. Okay, now this sail, let's spell this one. Go. S-A-I-L, sale. This definition is when something is sold, sometimes at a good price. Maybe it was on sale and then you bought it because it was cheaper. Go ahead and add this definition also on page 104. When something is sold, sometimes at a good price. Pause the video. Okay, so for this signal, we're going to do hand the money to the cashier. They made a sale, and grab your item. Smile. You should be happy you bought something you wanted. Okay, again, hand the cashier the money, grab the item, and smile. Good work. All right, now I'd like you to use this empty space over on page 104 for our game of Guess Which One. And in that empty space over on page 104, I want you to numbers 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to give you 3 sentences. If you're at home, just use a scratch piece of paper. No problem. All right, your first sentence is, those toys went on sale at the shop. Which sale did I use in that sentence? Write it down. Those toys went on sale at the shop. All right, spell it with me. Go. S-A-L-E, sale. Do you remember the signal? Hand the cashier the money, grab your bag. Smile. Okay, good job. Number 2, the sentence is the sale on the boat up? Is the sale on the boat up? Which sale is that? Write it down. Is the sale on the boat up? All right, spell it with me. Go. S-A-I-L, sail. And do you remember that one? The fabric that blows in the wind. Good. To help the boat move. All right, and the last sentence is, the school is having a bake sale. The school is having a bake sale. Which sale did I use in that one? Write it down next to number 3. All right, spell it. S-A-L-E, sale. And let's go ahead and show me that one last time. Hand the money. In this case, for a bake sale, you get your baked goods in the bag. All right, 3rd grade. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.